You see me on the wanted posters, that's who I am. I've travelled from the UK all the way to Amsterdam. The sheriffs and the bosses, they're all after me, because I camp out at night and sleep all day for free. So, hello there. Be back with the Cheapest Chips camping channel. We're off today to do a stealth camp on the M54 Verge. Going to be a little bit dodgy. We'll watch out for motors going past. Hopefully it's going to be quite quiet. We've got a couple of cars in the distance, as you can see. Hopefully it's going to be not much of a problem. There is a property over the road from where the Verge is that I want to get in. Yeah, so could be fun. It's 7 o'clock at night, sun's still out. Yeah, it didn't see the point in starting earlier. So hopefully, to address the problems that a few people have said, we've now got it on horizontal. Got myself a little selfie stick. Get some stationary shots. Have a little bit of fun. Enjoy the ride. So the area I want to get to is in here somewhere. There is a gate. I'm hopefully going to throw my bag over first, and then we'll have a look-see. We've got warning sign over there. Security. I'm hoping there's none where we're going to next. And I'm hoping, by the looks of it, it's not too wild, and that we've got somewhere to be, somewhere where we can use. And it's looking pretty dense. So what I'm going to do is do a U-turn and go the opposite direction and find something a little bit more suitable, but hopefully staying within the confines of the motorway. As you can see in there, I've got no flat land at all. So that's the fence I've got to make it over. Wish me luck, and we'll see you on the flip side. So we're in. Yeah, it's not great. Got a deep incline there. Don't want to get dropped down there. I thought there was a little flat patch over there, but I was wrong. It's still on an angle. This here is the only flat patch. I've got a quick exit back over the fence there. So this will do. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, once I've got the tent set up, I'm going to sneak down the bridge later tonight when it's a bit on the dark side, and yeah, show you some oncoming traffic. Don't know if I'll be able to go for the outgoing traffic, so what I'll do is flip the camera around now and I'll sort of show you whereabouts I am. So that spot down there, I don't know, see if you can see any cars. There you go, cars going past now. That is the, what do you think about it? Yeah, so that's the M6 M6 South heading towards Birmingham, and then over here, which I can't show you, not really, not yet, like I say, because it's a bit light. but heading that way is M6 North, and then it veers off onto the M54 slipway. The M54 slipway was the one I wanted to try and get on. Unfortunately, the mid-level fences that you've got to climb over, they've got a small smidgen just on top of them, some barbed wire. I just wasn't taking my chances. I completely forgot my gloves, my leather gloves. Could have really done with them. Could have done with my sunglasses. Luckily I got a bit of shade. Keep forgetting shit, don't you? You write these things down and then you still don't pack them. But yeah, so we'll get the tent up. I'm going to put the camera on tripod, record some of it, because it's my new tent. It's the Old Pro 2 Pioneer. Old Pro 2 berth Pioneer. Let's have a look at that now. So there you go. Lucky for me, I've already had the Fox 1 out, and I sort of know how they go up, because the instructions in these don't come with no photos, which I was sort of led to believe that they would have had a photo diagram on the back page, which is just one piece giving you directions. Now, it's not very good, is it, for somebody who's just getting into camping? They haven't watched any videos or nothing, and they're just going to set it up. Can you imagine buying one of these for a festival? You know, you've got to ask somebody how to put it up. I mean, most people at festivals and that pick up these pop-up tents, but just lucky. I probably know how to do it. I've watched that many videos on it anyway, so we'll see how long it takes. Hi there, so we're back. Let's have a look. I didn't think there was any rush to do the guy lines yet. I were going to put them into some paracord. Some green olive paracord. We don't need it in here at all. It'll be something I'll do if the stealth camp is a bit more risky. It's only risky when I venture out, obviously, towards the motorway. So we're gonna show you that in all its glory. I'm gonna get the mat set up, get my lantern on, get my bag inside, get some kit out in the vestibule, and then I should come back to you. So, I've set up all the mattress, pillow, sleeping bag, lantern. Let's give you a little tour. So, there's my kit for tonight. 1.5 litres, all measured out. 5 cups of that, little bit of water over for some poached eggs in the morning with some pork and sausage. You might look at that and think, oh, that's cheap and nasty. I tell you what, this is one of the best meals I have at home. As much as it's cheap and tacky, they're so nice. The sausages in them are so nice, and the beans are better than Branston beans. If anybody is a big fan of Branston beans, you want to try these because these are bloody lovely. So I'm going to be watching some comedy tonight on my phone. Haven't bought my laptop. Didn't want to take that weight again. So I'm going to have a snack with some jammy dodgers, nice cup of coffee, a hot chocolate later on, some licorice all sorts there. That'll tide me over for a decent dinner today. It's just a snack out on. You might notice pieces of oil. That's my stove. That's a little knife, utility knife. I don't want to open it up for you, but it's got a nice little blade on there. The wire strippers on here are better than the ones I've got at home. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they're just brand new. But the wire strippers were fantastic on this. I used them a couple of weeks to... Yeah, I can't remember what I was doing, but I was stripping a bit of wire anyway, and these were great. Little cheap first aid kit. I might bloody need it. I keep meaning to put a bit of Savlon in there, just a tiny tube, just in case I have a burn. Obviously these are just plasters and bandage, you know. Hopefully, fingers crossed and all that, you know, they're alright. Got some TP in here, and that's about it there, glass case. So let's have a look in the cack cave, as they say. So, a few coffees and that there. Knife and fork spoon set. Little sit down mat. And there's my sleeping bag with a mattress. It's a bit lumpy under here. I should have bought my arming mattress, but I thought I just don't want that extra weight. I know it's not going to rain, so even if it's a bit cool, it'll be better anyway for me because it's going to be 13-14 degrees tonight. So it's going to be pretty warm. I probably won't even have this sleeping bag over me, if anything. So, looking tasty for room in there now compared to that Fox One. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I've got a plate there. Right, let's just show you here. So this is what the tent come with. You've got instructions there, blah blah blah. All your bump. But there's no second piece to it. It literally just shows you the outside of the tent. It doesn't show you in great detail how to put it up. Now that's one thing the Fox one did have. A nice little black and white picture set. So when I write my review to OPRO, that's one thing I will mention. And the other thing is, which I'll show you now, these little tie-ons here are so small, so tricky to get round the top of here. I don't know why there isn't a hole in this here, a reinforced hole, so that you can tie better with those ties. It's like the tie starts up here, but yet you're tying it down here, so you're using half the length of the ties. Well, what I'm thinking of is I might get an eyelet set and punch an eyelet through there. I'm just wondering about the integral strength of that, whether the eyelet would be okay. I mean, it seems to do the trick on tarps, and it seems to be strong on those. I don't know. I only just had it, so... And then if there's any issues in the future, my 2-year warranty that comes with it doesn't help me, does it? I don't know. But it's definitely more room, much more happier. Love the colour, love the olive. It's a lot better than the Fox, and I bigged the Fox up because of the colour. So I'm going to make myself a coffee, watch a movie or something, or some comedies. Might watch a bit of comedy, and then a bit later on, a bit darker. When it gets a bit darker, I'll take you one of two ways, and we'll try to get down there as inconspicuous as we can. But I've got to watch my step. I think it's a lot easier for one direction. Yeah, so getting some water boiled now. Invested in a little cheap cup. Partner got it me from Amazon. Nice of her. Little carabiner on the side. Got a little bit of a bad review on them. The handles are a bit wobbly apparently. Nothing that you couldn't sort out by putting a little angled screwdriver here, which is what I told her when she was buying it. So you just tighten it up, don't you? What's the point in complaining about it? When you're talking cheap. So, the elephant in the room this week, although I haven't composed it or anything yet, I've come out with a look. Let's start from the top. This week I got a copyright claim for the first stealth camp video I did on YouTube. I'm expecting the second one to get exactly the same because there's a piece of music on there that I used. Now, what I've come to the conclusion of is that because I didn't use the official link that was on the web page, because I didn't know how to transfer it to my YouTube page, what I'd done is wrote the artist's song and the whole website, including the HTTP and all that, you know, semicolon, dot and everything, complete link to the free music channel. However, I still made a claim. That is the only reason, I think, because I didn't use the official link, and it's just not very self-explanatory as to how to use it. So I'm doing away with that now. By the time I've got this video processed and that, you'll hear a little jingle. You might laugh, you might not. Hopefully you'll chuckle along as I did and a couple of guys at work did when I was saying it to them a few months ago. So yeah, no more main theme tune there. This that you've heard at the beginning of this video now will be my current one, and we'll see how it goes. See if you like it. We're also going to do another segment on this stealth camp, and it's going to be called The Joke. The Joke. I've got no title for it or anything. I may put some titles for it later on in time, but yeah, there'll be a camping related joke of the video. You gotta have your gimmick, ain't ya? Make a quick dart then. There's a car coming over the bypass. It's a bit dangerous. Quite a large drop. See if we can point the camera around here. I won't get too far, but I'll see if I can get you a better view. It's 9:30 at night now. I was almost dropping off. Yeah, so back in the tent. Got one of these. Little Galaxy hot chocolate. I think that's going to knock me off to sleep tonight. We got the pan burning away. Now I did put this cup on earlier, and even though I had the flame on low, the heat was spreading around the cup. It was making the handle hot. But be aware if you buy one of these. So what I've done now is boiled water in the larger pot set, and I'll just transfer the water to the cup instead. So one thing I have got to say is I've been quite lucky here for how wild it is. Sorry about this. This is the lead. I'm plugging off my lantern up there down to the phone. Just get a bit more battery charging. Watch a couple more of these episodes of Bottom, and then obviously the battery in the phone will be fully charged hopefully as well by the morning. Yeah, where was I? God, I don't even know where I was. Got a brain like a sieve. Yeah, I need to disconnect the stove. Yeah, well, if I had my gloves, I probably would have been able to pick that cup up, no problem. Unfortunately, I didn't bring them, and I could have done with it for all these bloody nettles and so on around here. That's a bit unfortunate. I've got a few cuts and so on, but it's not too bad. But getting out of here, it's bliss. The motorway is a bit noisy. I don't think that's going to stop me sleeping, considering I was going to drop off earlier. I need to do this more. Not for you guys, but for me, mentally. I need to come out in the fresh air. I spend too much time at home. The missus will say that anyway. Sorry, my partner will say that. So get mad if I call her that now. But I spend too much time on the computers. I know that myself, gaming all the time. But this is a bit of a break, and it's I don't know. It's just something about being outdoors here. Even just in the tent here now, not out there doing anything, but just in the tent, on my own, bit of solitude. Feels nice. It's up here, you know what I mean? Most of you probably do if you have done this before. So I think we won't see each other definitely now till the morning. Ta-ra for a bit. Morning. It's 5:48. Songbirds are out doing that crap. Yeah, just woke me up. I'm gonna see if I can get another hour. There's no rush from here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try for another hour. You felt like licking the plate. Serviette. Bit of a ninja out there. You know who you are. Yeah, I was nearly going to say the R word then, and I did the thumbs up. Big up, boss. I want to nick all his trademarks, do we? So, I noticed earlier I didn't get the joke in, so here we go. Last December I was on the interweb and looking for a tent. I'd got nearly most of my stuff, my little bits. As I said before, I got little bits here and there and the tent was the last thing I was going to buy, because as soon as I got the tent, you want to go out in it, don't you? And if you haven't got everything, it's going to be an issue. You know, I don't think I would have enjoyed myself as much if I'd have just got the tent and a sleeping bag and just gone. So I had all the gear, cheap as chips gear, nothing expensive. Anyways, back to the issue. So last December I was looking internet. Shakespeare's? Bloody hell, Shakespeare's? So I guess the address was down there. Had nothing to do. Went down to the shop. Bloke come out, all dressed in the garb, like 17th century things, you know. I don't even know. Maybe even, I don't know my history and that, but, you know, all the puffy leg things and a ruff, just like Blackadder, you know, Blackadder 2. Oh. He says, "Hi, my name's Bill." Bill, William, yeah. Put two together and all that. He says, "Yeah." He says, "We got a sale on." Well, I did see there was a sale. He says, "Yeah." He says, "Our tagline's here. You have a look up there." So we got this big banner tagline on it. It says, "This is the winter of our discount tent." I'll give you that one. I made that up. No Tim Vine, no internet. That's mine and mine alone. 2 people left at work. We'll see in the comments next week. Some of that warmed up. that's all caked up. Can't really stick any more water in that now. If I want another drink, I'm going to have to warm this bugger up and not touch it for 10 minutes. Need asbestos gloves. So hopefully you've had a little bit of fun on this adventure. You know what I'm talking about earlier, you've seen it. Hopefully I've got the software to get the wrinkly bits out. Bloody lovely here, it really is. Other than the car noise. I did wake up a few times last night. Don't know if you can hear them birds chirping. I don't know if the camera's picking them up well. They got me up, whatever time it was. I sent the last video, it might have been half 5. The car's been non-stop, and you'd have thought there's certain times of the night where they would slow down a bit, you know? Especially as this is a bank holiday weekend, you know, people will be coming back this afternoon from holiday, unless all these people are going to work, which I suppose it's plausible. Some companies ask you to come in on a bank holiday Monday. I don't know what time it is, it's about 7:30, so it might be right. Might be starting at 8 o'clock or whatever. I actually fancy another one now. Just didn't hit the pallet. Didn't send those beans down. I'm going to know about them later. So, I think I mentioned channels and their, you know, their little quirks they have. You know, they bring us viewers back. The guy I was on about with the and all that was Richie Outdoors. I don't know why I got him mixed up with English Woodsman. I think they've got a very much. They've got both. See, now I'm doing a Richie now. They've got a very similar look to them. Richie doesn't produce as many videos as English Woodsman. Although Richie's content I find just that little bit better. Maybe because of the stealth camping issue, you know, the wild camping, trying to get into places he's not allowed to, like Blot. I don't know if you're like me, but I'm not quite into Blot's Friday night thing. I'll watch them, but I don't know. Maybe it'll grow on there. I mean, I watch it for his humour. His humour's it's just up the top there. It's brilliant. I love his humour. There's a few other channels. Grizzly Gaz, just getting into him. Mate at work, you know who you are. He told me about Grizzly Gaz. I've been watching a few of his. The main one that started me on this, I would have to say, was I forgot his name now. I think he's called a Yorkshire Man and His Terrier, and he had one of these, and now he's given it to his little nephew. Which I saw in the previous video. They had to do a runner because they had some use a bit local to the camp. Wouldn't have bothered me as long as it kept my head down, light off. They wouldn't. I don't see the point of running away, trying to pack your stuff in the middle of the night. He didn't even have to go to approach him, but that's him. You know, everybody's different, I suppose. If I was, like he said, I think he said about 30 yards away from him, he showed us the spot, the pool and that. But I can't see him walking through the woods with a torch for a large distance, you know, and they're going to accidentally come across your tent. And, you know, unless you're making a noise and that, and they go with the torch, oh, what's that over there? You know, just stay stealthy. Maybe that would have been a better video, you know, especially if he'd have got his camera out, saw the torches flying around. Idea for next time, matey. But hopefully none of that crap happens to me. We'll see. We don't want no wild deer bashing us. What's another thing? Yeah, English woodsman. I don't recollect him actually showing us the damage he'd have done. He'd have thought he'd have showed us the bruises, wouldn't he? Maybe he's a bit shy. But that'd probably be a bit scary, wouldn't it? A deer or whatever coming at you. I didn't think they came and attacked you. Unless it was a stag. It's a wonder he wasn't damaged more. Anyway, there's a few other guys on YouTube I like. TA Outdoors. He's got 2 channels. No, he's got 3. He's got a fishing channel. Fishing's not for me. But it's out there, you know. Guys talking to you about this big fish they're gonna catch, you know. But TA Outdoors, he's all into his bushcraft, and I love that. And I can't. I've tried getting my paracord, you know, doing knots and stuff. I would love to do it. I think really, if I could, I'd like to go to one of these bushcraft camps and have a little bit of training in it. Because I can't just sit there on YouTube and watch it. I've been doing it, and it's and unless you see somebody doing it in 3D in front of you, can't see where the loops are going properly. I don't know if it's my eyesight or what, but I can never get those knots right. There's a couple I've done, but not many. I would like to get this. It's a cheap poncho, but not a big one. But I would like to get some eyelets on it and provide myself a shelter. Don't need it this weather, but if it was a bit raining, I would love to be able to just put a shelter just over the outside of the tent, so I can, you know, do my stove and everything, and I wouldn't have to sit in the tent while I'm cooking on the stove and that. You know, maybe even a peaked roof sort of thing, just going out. Got a lovely couple of trees here. Lovely couple of trees. I could have done that if I'd have had the eyelets. Now I've only brought this with me as water protection. Didn't bother bringing a coat. Just a long sleeve, just in case it tended to get a little bit chilly. So this was just for rain cover really, on the way home. Dump the bag off, get it out, slap it on, job's done. It's quite heavy actually. I could have gone around in this little small one. I've got a small poncho which I bought from Drayton Manor for about £2 to stop me getting too wet on the log flume and all that. Yeah, look a right silly and you're coming up the road in a big blue poncho with Drayton Manor all over it. It would be a bit more nature-esque. Nature-esque? I don't know if that's the proper terminology. It's amazing they'll come out with the word terminology. Because I'm thick as doodah. Yeah, so getting on again with the bushcraft, TA Outdoors, great channel. He did a brilliant series on this bunker in his old man's house, or bunker outside. If that's something you want to watch, just give it a shot. So I think he's got the whole series just as one video. It's quite interesting. Yeah, but he's got another channel which he's doing a Land Rover up in an army Land Rover. I don't know the model, but it looks cool. I'm quite looking forward to watching some more of those. But as in YouTube channels that sort of inspired me. Yeah, going back to your Richie Outdoors, your Blot, your Grizzly Gaz, English Woodsman, TA Outdoors, and then Corporal's Corner is one I like to watch occasionally. I can't watch all of his videos because some of them always comprise of, not always, but they comprise a lot of shelters, and the tent is all I'm ever going to have, I think, other than if I could get a netting fly screen, maybe even just the internal of the tent, you know, when it's absolutely blazing. But I always just wonder, wherever you look at the weather reports, one of those days, rain comes down, and then you may have middle of the night, and you've got to go and plug this on, wringing wet, getting back into your tent all soaking wet because you've had to put the fly on. Not for me. I think I'd rather bake a bit more. But yeah, he's into all his homemade shelters. They're quite interesting, but I can't watch all of them. I do like his bushcraft a lot. Comes out with some damn good things. Blot, Chris. He's sort of inspired me to go up to that tarn he keeps going to. Really wouldn't mind doing some of that little rock climbing he did the other day. Bit scary, but just looks really picturesque there. It just looks really nice. So a bit of a distance, the missus, my partner, sorry, love, sorry. She worked it out last night. It's about 137 miles from her, and for him it's probably about 30 or 40. You know, living up there, up north. I would like to do that one of those. And if I do, this channel will see that. I appreciate the 20 subscribers that have subscribed. I've got quite a lot of views on that first video. Second one, not so much. They were probably just thought, nah, it ain't worth it. It was just something to produce. Not for the sake of it, just because I was on that nice walk. I'll just do a bit more explanation. But hopefully this tripod now has helped things. You get a bit more of a stable picture. We're in widescreen. To have a couple of sort of people making comments. One person couldn't watch the video at all. I looked at it back, watched it back. I thought, not too bad. I don't see that much of an issue, but that was just a mistake I made. Having a portrait, you know, it's a natural thing to hold your phone in your hand. Now, I think this picture's brilliant. I've got no problems in watching these pictures back on YouTube, so I don't see the point in investing in a GoPro or anything like that. You know, I've got an action camera at home, not very good, because it's cheap. But then again, on the other hand, I don't want to invest in a GoPro because of it being expensive. So the cheapest chips camping channel. A slip up. This is the cheapest chips camping channel. So everything's on the cheap. Yeah, everything's on the cheap here. So any companies want to send me anything, I don't mind charity, because that's cheap. But I'm not going to bullshit people on my channel. So expect the review be solid, in my opinion. And don't send me anything that's expensive, because this is the Cheap as Chips channel. This channel's not about money, and I think people will understand that eventually, because there won't be no merchandise, no t-shirts or anything. I might get myself a t-shirt. I was actually thinking about it the other day with my tent logo, hazard sign logo. Bird just flew straight across there. It's a shame we didn't have the camera pointing that way. Yeah, so I was thinking of getting a little baseball cap, t-shirt, just for advertising for people walking past. You know what I mean? Maybe somebody might ask you, what's that? Oh, it's my channel. Yeah. Be a subscriber. Watch some bullshit. Well, I don't want to sell nothing. That's not me. I just want you to come along for the ride and enjoy what I'm doing. Hopefully enjoy it. Yeah, that's what the joke's about. We get some funny occasions that will happen, hopefully. I don't know, I haven't looked back yet, but I did trip a couple of times while putting up the tent, so I don't know if that's on. I didn't go fully over, which I'm glad, because bloody nettles over that way, and there's nettles over that way. I've got one right in front of me. Well, no, that's more of a thorny brush than anything. Thorny bush. So yeah, it's about cheapness. It's about cheapness, enjoying that cheapness. Don't want your Hillebergs, don't want your £800 tents. What's that to me? Nothing. I got this for, and I still haven't checked the price. I will get back to you. Actually, I'm going to stop the camera now, and I'll go into my emails and I'll find out. So we'll come back. Yeah. So I just checked. The tent was £89. Now it was 115 over Christmas. I weren't paying that because I saw it for £89 before. I don't know why they did that. I can only assume because it's Christmas, maybe a lot of people don't buy camping gear because it's winter. Why would you? You know, in some people's eyes, me perfectly, because I want to get in that snow. When that snow comes, this is coming out. I am getting in that snow. But anyways, it was 115. Then it went down to 89. Now, the first time you order with them, when you go on the website, you can register with their website, you get 10% discount. I thought, brilliant. When it was 89, brilliant. That's £8.90? £8.90 off your order. Yeah, so it would have come down to about 81 quid. However, 115 quid, what's the point? What's the point when it was 89? Cheap as Chips camping channel, we get it for cheap. So we wait, and we wait, and we wait. Then comes the bank holiday, King's Coronation. I get an email, not for the 10%, but for 15%. It's going. I'm ordering it. So I orders it, £13 odd knocked off, £75.65 with that discount. £75.65, right? From Go Outdoors. No, not Go Outdoors. I think it was Go Outdoors. The Fox One, although I bought mine second hand, the Fox One was going for about £70. And I think the Fox One is still going now for £90. It's £75. Why wouldn't you? £75? 15% discount? I think that was the bargain of the year. Bargain of the year. If you've come across another tent, 2-man, 5,000 hydrostatic, let me know about it. You know, congratulations. If you got a better deal than £75.65p. That was banging. That was banging. Damn it. I'm gonna have to go for my orders, and when I come along and get my checklist off, what I'll do is I'll have to figure out some way of getting photos of them and getting the price next to them, and yeah, and then you can base your ideas off what those are, whether they work for you. Yeah, so enjoying myself doing this. It's just a nice bit of peace. Not particularly the cars, but that early morning song call. You know, I think I got annoyed last time because I heard so many birds singing last time and owls. I think it was buzzards as well. Yeah, there was a lot of singing going on first thing in the morning, 4 or 5 o'clock-ish. These are still cracking off now. I don't know if you can hear them. I knew I'd have a problem with this one. This one tied into a knot. Didn't get a loop on it properly. At last. Try doing that down when it's peeing down. So the mattress that I sleep on, very comfortable, as I've said before. As this is the the CAC channel, you know, cheapest camping channel, CAC. I sleep on an arsehole. Actually, that looks backwards on camera, doesn't it? But this is a brilliant mattress. I don't know if you saw me pressing the press studs. Put those together and then you roll it from the foot pad, like so, and it gets really nice and tight. Plus you're pressing the air out as you're doing it, and it rolls nice and neat back into this bag, which I thought when taking it out, really tight, and I thought it was going to be a struggle, but it's quite easy to get back in once you've got all that air out, and it is quite easy to push out. Uncomfortable. So there's the overpass up there. Let's zoom in a bit. Come on, baby, zoom in. Yeah, man, yeah, that's better. So that is north, heading south. We'll have okay, cars coming underneath the bypass now, and then they'll take you back to where we took you last night. A bit better view. So I'm going to grab my bag on the way, put it as close to the fence as I can get it, without causing us any major issues, because if for some reason somebody driving past reports me, I need to make a quick getaway. So there we are, there's the patch where it was last night, sorry. Good fun, good second camp. Actually, this is my third camp, because I did camp years and years ago when I was about 14 in the Army Cadets. And that was no tent like you get now. That was bitter cold. Lying on the floor in a sleeping bag, no lining, no mattress, just the cheapest sleeping bag my mother gave me, which probably wasn't even for minus conditions, because I was absolutely froze there in my uniform. I nearly kept my boots on. Yeah, fun days. Right, let's make our way out. Oh, cars going past. Now, this is the tricky bit now. I need to get my bag over this thorny bush. Right. So, give me equipment there. She doesn't roll down. I was absolutely confused, and I've told you it's the M6. The one we just looked at was M6 South and M6 North. No, it wasn't. This is M6 North and South. The one I looked over there, that is the M54. Don't know if it's like the merging traffic. The M54 that joins M6 South. Right. So I've got that all completely up to cock. Yeah, so this is definitely the M6. Yeah, I'm confused with my bearings. When you're in a car, you know exactly what you're doing. If you look over there, that was going to be a better trail. However, there's a camera up there, and I was very wary whether or not it turns around and looks at you, because that area is all neatly trimmed, vegetation and so on. You don't know if somebody's from the highways maintenance or the police, motorway police or whatever, come round and have a snoop. I don't know, but we got a spot in the end, didn't we? And I've got you this close to the motorway. Not seen, I don't think there is anybody else who's ever got this close. I sort of want to see a copper, because I can't do anything about it. I'll have jumped over that fence and gone. It would have been nice to have picked up a copper, or at least something special. Sometimes you get military trucks coming down or whatever, but there you go. Just boring everyday traffic on a bank holiday Monday. Now I'll be turning the camera off and we'll head out. So, we've made it back over the fence, just there, no, just there, la, 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 la. Just getting a message from my partner, just told her on my way. Oh, something stuck in my teeth then. So, here we go. Let's just cross the road over the bypass. I'll give you a little view of the M6 in all its glory. And we'll have a walk and a bit of a chat. Go away for passing cars. We can go now. So, let's have a look at the M6. So here we are, looking at the M6 now. That is southbound coming traffic. I wonder if we'll see any stupid driving. People coming back from holiday, caravan. You'd think they'd come back a bit later on, but I suppose they're trying to get ahead of the traffic, so it's going to be murder getting back. And yeah, over there is another bypass. That is the continuation of where I showed you earlier when I was saying it was southbound. That is the actual M54, as far as I can tell. That is the flyover M54, and then it sweeps around the back of here and then down there. So it's like a ramp. It's like a turning ramp. Turns to the right. Turns to the right as it goes past these bushes here. Turns to the right, lowers down like a ramp underneath there, underneath the bypass, and then comes down and then meets the M6 over there. How boring was that? So, let's go home. It's now Bank Holiday Monday. The last bank holiday nearly. The last bank holiday before the final one in August. Great night and all that. This can be an extremely long video unless I can edit it down. I've put a lot of footage in this and talked a load of... yeah. But yeah, this is Bank Holiday Monday. Hopefully this video will go out tonight. Once I've edited, sit down, done what I need to do, get on the computer. I want to thank you for subscribing. I'm not going to ask anybody to do that. I don't see the point. I just don't see the point. You want to watch, you want to watch. You'll see my video eventually, if you're looking for camping videos and that. You know, I know the algorithms aren't great, but yeah, if you like my videos, you like them. Hopefully they're appealing enough for you to come again. Much love to those that have started with me, subscribers. Few people, don't know the names, unfortunately. Giving me much love. Enjoyed some of them saying the first video was brilliant and so on, you know, those kind of comments. Thank you, much love. Hopefully this one will keep you subscribing. They're not going to be fluent and natural. I'm not your blot. I'm not your English woodsman who brings 2 or 3 videos out. I go to work, you know, and although these people do, I've seen too many YouTubers on here that have these problems with stress, trying to get videos out and all that. That's why this channel isn't about money. It's not about monetization at all. I'm going to hopefully keep it that way. The only thing I will say, anybody who wants to send anything free for me to review, I'll do it. But only on the pretext that it is cheap. This is the cheapest chips camping channel, and that's how I'd like it to stay. This is for those out there who are on a budget. They want to stay on a budget. They want it cheap. Why pay more? Why be a whore to society? You know, a lot of these camping businesses, yes, they probably don't make a damn lot of money. But that's my budget, is my budget, and my budget is cheap. Got a family to support, you know, times are hard. They've been a little bit easier in the last month. Yeah, you want to send me something free? I'll review it, but it's got to be cheap. You've got to know from the bottom of your heart that it's cheap and it's aimed. That it's cheap and it's aimed at the budget population of the camping communities. If it's not, don't bother sending it. So, this, unfortunately, is where we part ways. Till next time. This was the cheapest chips camping channel, and I've said it right for once. This is the cheapest chips camping channel. I'll bid you adieu. Ta-ra for a bit. Much love.